PolyPad, the new IDO LaunchPad from the Bluezilla ecosystem. Today we're going to focus on how do you get your TronPad KCCPad tokens swapped over to PolyPad ready to stake to leverage the IDOs. But today we're also going to look at IDOs in reference to the price of Bitcoin. Is the market in pessimism right now or optimism? And what should your expectations be? So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, but now exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. So Polygon is a layer 2 solution for the Ethereum blockchain, and it's getting more and more popular. So they decided to launch the LaunchPad for Polygon. That is quite exciting in itself. You can read through their website. There's quite a lot in it. You know, the memberships, the tiered memberships. We're going to cover that a bit later in the video as well. But what they decided to do, rather than doing an IDO, an initial DEX offering for PolyPad, they did a fair launch. So they just launched the token without any extra public rounds, fundraising, and anyone that is on KCCPad or TronPad can migrate their tokens over. So every one TronPad token that you have, you'll get 0.75 TronPad tokens. And for every one KCCPad token that you have, you'll get 1.25 PolyPad tokens, right? But I've got quite a few questions from the community, comments online. You know, how do I do this? It's a bit confusing. There's quite a few steps. So I thought, let's just do a step-by-step guide. And by the way, on a higher level, if you want to learn how to do launchpads and why you may want to consider it as a strategy, as a high risk, high reward strategy, you can actually take my launchpad and IDO masterclass. It's in the link below. You'll see it like this. It says free IDO and launchpad masterclass. You get taken to this page, IDO and launchpad masterclass, the 100x high level crypto strategy. Really focus around the Bluezilla ecosystem. I do cover a few other things, but Bluezilla is probably my favorite in terms of ease and guaranteed allocation. Video on demand, so you literally click and you'll get instant access. So what we're going to focus on today is PolyPad. So I just wanted to make it really, really clear. So this is what we're doing. We're going to take TronPad tokens or KCCPad tokens. It's pretty much the same in the sense of the process. The first step that we're going to do is we need to bridge them over to the Binance Smart Chain. So TronPad tokens, if you've been using them, are normally on the Tron network or the Tron blockchain. And then the KCCPad tokens are on the KCC blockchain, right? So we need to bridge them over. First step is going to be bridge them over. We'll do that step by step. And then next, what we need to do is then take them from the Binance Smart Chain. So this is bridging. This is what you call cross-chain bridging. Now we're going to bridge them over to the Polygon network, which is the layer 2 solution, the other blockchain, which is built on top of Ethereum. So that's what we're going to do. And then we are going to swap either your TronPad tokens or your KCCPad tokens for PolyPad. And then we'll be complete, right? So we got a few steps to do. So we'll just go step by step. It's not that intuitive, so don't worry too much if you've got stuck, if you've tried to do this yourself. It's quite common. So first of all, let's focus on TronPad. You go to the website, tronpad.network. I like to go through CoinMarketCap. You'll connect your wallet and then go to staking. So let me just, I'm going to bring up a laser pointer. Let's see if I can pop this here. So hopefully you can see this. Yeah. So we're going to go to staking. And what we want to do is first unstake your tokens. Right, so if you've got your token staked, they'll be up here in the top right-hand corner, staked. We want to unstake. Now, normally it takes 7 days to unstake your tokens, but from now, because of the migration, you'll be able to unstake them immediately. So you unstake your token, so it goes from being staked in the TronPad protocol into your Tron Link wallet. And that's going to be step 1. For KCC, we are going to do the same thing. It's the same thing, you know, kccpad.io. Go to their website. You're going to connect your wallet. It has to be on the KCCPad network. You'll be familiar with that if you've been using this. Go to staking. Again, go to unstake, and it'll be the same thing. Normally, there's all these penalties, but for this, you can just go next and just follow the steps. Pretty intuitive when you click next and you just follow the process. So now what we're going to do is back on Tron. So that's step 1, just unlocking or unstaking, is we're going to go to bridging. So on the tronpad.network website, there's a button that says bridge. So when you click that bridge button, it will take you to this website. And this is going to be your Binance Smart Chain to Tron bridge, but we're going to do it the other way because we're on the Tron network. We need to first bridge it over to the Binance network. So first things first, let's just change this over. We want the Tron network to be on the left-hand side because we're going to bridge it over to the Binance Smart Chain. Then connect your wallet. And then at the top, you'll see TronPad. Click maximum, that'll be your tokens, and then paste in your Binance Smart Chain wallet address. That's going to be from your MetaMask or whatever Binance Smart Chain wallet that you're using. Most common is MetaMask. So paste your MetaMask wallet address over here. And then it takes around, I was timing it this morning, it takes literally 5 minutes. That was my experience. 5 minutes, so allow for up to 15 minutes, but it takes around 5 minutes. So just click max, swap, there'll be 2 transactions, confirm, and then confirm again, and then the transaction will go over. Again, same thing with KCCPad. You're going to click bridge. It will take you to the bridging website. It will look like this. Again, on the left-hand side, we want KCC, community chain. Connect your wallet. And once you connect your wallet, again, then you can do the bridge, same process. Right, so now we've done, in fact, let me do it like this. Now we've done this step. So TronPad, and we're now on the Binance Smart Chain. Again, allow yourself 5-10 minutes for allow it to bridge over, and then it will land in your Binance Smart Chain wallet. What we need to do next is take it from the Binance Smart Chain wallet and get it into your Polygon network. Binance Smart Chain to Polygon, right? And that's before we do, so the tokens are still TronPad and KCCPad. So what we're going to do next is we are going to go to PolyPad.com. So it's PolyPad.com. And just note, down here, they've actually got the TronPad KCCPad swap Medium article. So when you click on it, it will open this up and it will break it all down for you as well, step by step, how to do it. There's a couple of links in there that we're going to need. So we're going to come back to this in a short while. But what we really want to focus on is to open up the app. So once we click open app for PolyPad, we want to go to the bridge. So you see here, it says bridge. We're going to click bridge. You can also click it at the top as well. And it's already set for us. We want to go from Binance Smart Chain over to the Polygon network. Binance Smart Chain over to the Polygon network, and we'll be able to select our asset. Now the assets will show over here, and the main ones that will show is TronPad and TronPad, PolyPad, and KCCPad. We're going to focus on TronPad for now. Right, so we're now going for, again, a reminder, we're doing this phase over here. Binance Smart Chain to Polygon. So once it's there, we're going to connect your wallet. I think I've got my wallet set. Have I got my wallet set? Yeah, perfect. I've just set up a random wallet. So again, you'll see that it's going to show PolyPad, KCCPad, and TronPad. So for this one, we'll just use TronPad. Again, the TronPad will now be sitting in your Binance Smart Chain wallet. So when you click maximum, it will show over here. It will also keep the wallet address the same because it's the same wallet address for your MetaMask. You can change that if you wish to do so. I believe you can. Yeah, you can change that. And then just click swap. It will swap. It will take around 5 minutes again. And then once that's done, KCCPad is the same. So it'll be sitting in your Binance Smart Chain wallet. You'll just click the KCCPad token and it'll be the exact same process. Right? Click maximum, do the swap, and it will bridge over. Yeah, makes sense? All right, so now we have done this step. Now we're going to move over to this final step where your TronPad tokens or KCCPad tokens are now sitting in your Polygon wallet. So it's MetaMask, but on the Polygon network. And now we can do our swap. This is where we need that Medium article to make sure you got the correct link. We can do one of two things. You can actually use TronPad's Telegram announcement. If you scroll down, you'll see that they have, I think it was here. Let me just double check. I think it was a bit further up. They've got the link for you. It's quite, here we go. Token swap. Make sure you're in the official Telegram group from their website. You can do the TronPad swap over here or the KCCPad swap. Or the other option you've got is you go back to that Medium article, scroll down to, I think it was step 3, and to swap TronPad to PolyPad, this is the link. To swap KCCPad to PolyPad, this is the link. Right? You want to make sure you get the correct link because whether you like it or not, in all industries, there's always scammers out there that are always trying to, you have phishing sites. So always make sure you get through official links and official sites so we don't lose our crypto. and then you'll be taken to this site. So if you click the TronPad, it will say TronPad to PolyPad. If you clicked on the KCCPad one, it should say KCCPad to PolyPad, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the TronPad example. We're going to connect our wallet. It should be on the Polygon network. Let me make sure I'm on the Polygon network. Let's just have a look. I think I should have the, yeah, so I need to go to the Polygon network, Polygon mainnet. There you go, and then this will pop up. Again, click maximum. This will go here, and then PolyPad, and then this will go over here. Now, a quick caveat. When I was doing this earlier today, when you click swap, again, I haven't got no TronPad in here because I've done mine already. Let me just do it. Let me just see if it lets me click swap. It doesn't. So when the gas fee comes up, make sure you click the higher amount. Best way to do this is, let me just get, I'm just thinking for a second. If I get some TronPad, let me go here. Let me buy some TronPad. I don't know if I've got any crypto in this wallet. No, let me just go here. I'll just talk you through it. So we're gonna go here. The main thing is you'll click maximum, and it will do the transfer for you. It'll tell you how many PolyPad tokens you're gonna get. Click swap, and click edit, and at the top it should say recommended gas fee, and recommended, click the high, because what I've noticed is if you go with the default, it's not enough gas, because sometimes the Polygon network can get a bit congested, and then the transaction won't go through. So I had to do it. I did it 3-4 times, and it wouldn't go through until I increased the gas. It's still very minimal, like less than a few cents, if that. But go for the recommended amount. In fact, let me do it like this. I'll just do a quick swap over here. Let me just do swap, anything random. Oh, let me just go here. Why is it not doing this? Swap. Bum, bum. So I'm just trying to work off the fly here. Let me just see if it does this. I cannot succeed due to error. So I think I got some, yeah, I have. Let's see if it does this. I just wanted to show you. It doesn't pop up. Why is it not going through? Let me do it this way. Do I have any, what do I have in there? Let me get some Matic. I think I got some Matic, not much. Let me do it this way. I'm just wanting to show you the pop-up on the MetaMask itself. Here where it says, this looks fine. It says it's likely in under 30 seconds, but I had a bit of an issue. So I would actually go for click edit, and then where it says show recommendations, click show recommendations. Low means you don't need the transaction to go fast, and it'll just go for slower. I'll go for a minimum of medium, but actually better yet, just go with high. High is better, and then the transaction will go through much faster. Click save, and then it should be fine. That's why I showed up in the MetaMask, because the first time I did it, it didn't go through, and it was a few times I had to do it, and then it was just the gas, because sometimes the Polygon network can get congested. So there you have it. Then you've got your PolyPad tokens. It'll be sitting in your Polygon wallet in MetaMask. And then the last step, if you're going to use PolyPad, is to go back to their website, and then you go back to staking, and you just stake your tokens. So stake your tokens based on the membership that you want. Stake, follow the process. Just know that they do have penalties for unstaking early. It's very good to know the unstaking penalties. If you unstake within the first month, they'll burn 25% of your tokens. If it's less than 2 months, but more than a month, it's 15%. Again, between 2 and 3 months, 10%. 4 months, 3 to 4 months is 5%. And if you hold your tokens in the staking account for more than 4 months, there'll be no unstaking penalty. That's important to know. Anything else over here? No. So that was Polygon. So we did these steps. We have swapped. Hopefully that made sense. We went from TronPad, KCCPad, over to the Binance Smart Chain, over to the Polygon network, and then we use that swap feature. And then if you are staking, you stake. If you're just holding and waiting for price appreciation and selling, then do it that way. All right, a couple of other things that I wanted to cover today. Hopefully that was simple enough. But I think the Medium article was pretty good. That covered it step by step in writing, if that's your preferred method. What I wanted to cover next was Bitcoin, right? So when it comes to IDOs, I love IDOs. And by the way, if you want to learn about IDOs, again, take my free IDO and LaunchPad Masterclass in the link below. Again, you'll get instant access. It is a very lucrative strategy, but there is a lot of risk involved. So you do want to be fully aware of the strategy, the pros and the cons. So what I want to show here with Bitcoin is my thinking. So I use something called Elliott Wave and Fibonacci. Elliott Wave in particular, it gives us the psychological mood of the buying and selling behavior of the markets. And more often than not, we can identify the psychology of the markets in advance. And what I'm seeing over here is a couple of things, and we want to be aware of this. And let me tell you the macro thinking. When Bitcoin is really optimistic and the whole market has a lot of euphoria and there's a lot of buying and more money's coming in, IDOs perform incredibly well. Incredibly well. We're talking about 100x's, 300x's, 500x's, and sometimes 1000x. So there's an IDO coming up on the 5th of May called .pad that's likely to do incredibly well. But the conditions of the market do play a role, and how sustainable they're going to maintain those results as well. That's important to know. And the Bitcoin price action gives us a big clue. And what I wanted to show you here was, if I can bring this up, is I use a momentum indicator, and just keep it really simple. When the blue line crosses below the red, it tends to coincide with these highs that Bitcoin is making. It's a weekly chart that we're looking at. So there's some technical analysis. And we've had a local top over here, which would give us some information that is likely that we've received or achieved a local high. So Bitcoin's price, I'm estimating that we're going to be sideways to down for a few weeks. So when I'm looking at this from a pattern perspective, and the reason I'm showing this is not looking great for IDOs for the coming maybe 2 months until we see that bullishness come into the market. So in other words, when the markets overall are doing this or this, oh my Lord, IDOs are just the best thing, the best, because the gains are just ridiculous. They're just ridiculous. However, the caveat is when the markets are doing this, and especially if your tokens are locked, because some of them you have lucky invested periods, man, IDOs do not perform well, and they go extremely down to the downside. We're talking 50%, 70%, sometimes 90%. So what I want you to be aware of is my analysis is that we're probably going to see, sideways to down of Bitcoin, and possibly going below 37,000, 35,000, and maybe even as low as 30, 31,000 over the coming 8 to 10 weeks. So we want to be aware of that. And the reason I'm saying that is with IDOs, if Bitcoin does do this, like it goes down, up, and then down, IDOs will not perform well. And you don't want to assume they're going to perform well. And you might have to hold on for dear life during this period. When they perform well is if the markets do this over here. If the markets go on to make all-time new highs, and we go on to make like a 6-figure Bitcoin during this phase, and we call this part of the bull run, during this phase, IDOs, even average IDOs perform well, and brilliant IDOs go through the roof. During this part of the market, amazing IDOs perform okay, and good IDOs perform terribly, and bad IDOs just tank. And we want to be aware of that, very aware of that. And I want to kind of emphasize those points as well. So if you want to learn more about technical analysis, I do a lot of Elliott Wave and Fibonacci. Again, on the same link in the description below is the Elliott Wave and Fibonacci Masterclass. And again, you'll get immediate access. And it just gives you the high-level thinking on how to read the markets like a pro. So there you have it. We've done the steps. TronPad, KCCPad, step by step. Bridge it over, Binance Smart Chain, bridge it over to Polygon. And then on the Polygon network, swap those tokens. You'll get the ratio of either 1 to 0.75 from TronPad to PolyPad, or 1.25 from KCCPad to PolyPad. And then you got your tokens there. If you're hodling and you're not looking to use the IDOs and you're just trading the token, do not stake them because of the penalties. If you're looking to do the IDOs, then you stake them and then get your tiered membership rewards. I was gonna do one more thing. Well, one more thing for you. One more thing for you. All right, this is what I got for you. I just want to quickly run through the tiered systems. The tiered systems on PolyPad. PolyPad, important to note, the price is just under 5 cents right now, and these are the tiered systems. The highest is Gamma, and the lowest is a lottery system called Kappa. Right, so they're just the names that they have. What I want to show you is the price. The price of these memberships. Each level, here's the price. 25 grand is the top tier, and the lottery tiers are 1,875, and you'll get a lottery ticket each one. Just know the pros and cons on just very, very quick is lotteries is no guaranteed. It's literally a lottery. You get like a raffle ticket, and then the second one you'll get 2 lottery tickets. So you just double your chances, and these are the costs for that. I don't like lottery systems. That's just me. To also note that these tiers, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers over here, they're guaranteed, which means it's guaranteed, yes, but you do need to do a bit of whitelisting, meaning some marketing activity, Twitter, comment, like, retweet. They make it quite easy for you. And then the top 2 tiers, again, not only do you get a higher allocation, so you get a higher allocation, it's also you don't need to do any of the marketing activity, right? So obviously you have to take that into consideration. Is it expensive? Is it cheap? In this season, my guess is it's a bit tough to say actually. My concern is this. My concern is this. If this is Bitcoin's price action. If it does do this, we might see lower lows being made. And I know PolyPad is going to be announcing a lot of IDOs. I think they've got 5 lined up, which is good, very, very good. So we might see a short-term spike in the price. However, the price action, I was looking at the price action. This is PolyPad. Let me just bring this up over here. This is a minute chart. It only launched yesterday, hence I'm using a minute chart. This was the price action of PolyPad. We had this, it launched at around, I think it was around 10 cents. It went down, and then it had a big surge over the first 10, 15 minutes. It went as high as 25 cents. And then a massive sell-off right away down as low as 3.6 cents thereabouts. And now it's hovering at the 5-cent level, right? And it'll probably hover here. We might see some spikes in between. But I think if we're going to see all-time new highs with PolyPad above 25 cents, which is a 5x from today, which is relatively likely, but not in these market conditions. In these market conditions, I would estimate that the price is probably going to stay, no matter how good the IDOs are, it's going to probably stay in this kind of range under probably 10 cents. But I reckon it's going to, this is not just anything to do with PolyPad. It's just the market conditions right now. If on the flip side, if somehow Bitcoin actually just surges, which is possible, is always possible, then that's a whole different ball game. But the probability, because of the weekly momentum, is sideways to down. And then in mid-June, to have this bull run is what I'm seeing. So just be mindful of that when you're considering your memberships and everything else, because the token has high volatility. The PolyPad token, we saw it just go from 25 cents down to 5 cents. That's an 80% difference. What's the actual number? Let's have a look. 25 cents times something is, if we go 5 cents divided by 25 cents minus 1 is 80%. As a minus 80%, that's hugely volatile. So if you bought at 25 cents, you'll be unlucky because let's just say it was 10 grand is now worth 2 grand. So it's very, very highly volatile. Just be aware of that. Yeah, there you go. So take the masterclass on IDOs because it gives you the high level thinking, the strategy on the good, the bad, and the ugly, the pros and the cons in peak season. Now is the season to potentially look at buying your membership because they are discounted, so to speak, because in peak season there tends to be a massive demand for the token itself, for the memberships. So there you have it. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It was the most common question that's been asked, how do I? So I thought I'd do a quick video. Let's finish on a quote today. Let's go with chapter 5. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. If you're using the LaunchPad strategy, what I would recommend is, to give a bit of guidance, is set your plan ahead of time. Know that with LaunchPads, typically when you enter into an IDO, an initial DEX offering, and you get your tokens, you normally only get 10% released on the token generation event. Token generation event is when the token first gets listed on the decentralized exchange. 10% means 90% of your tokens are locked. So you want to have a plan for your 10%. Are you going to use the utility of the token? Are you going to look to stake those tokens if that staking feature is available? Or are you flipping those tokens? And if you're flipping them, which means selling them and swapping them for like a stable coin, what is the price multiple? Is it a 10x? Is it a 50x? Is it a 100x? Choose that number in advance. Set a price alert on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and then only take the action if you get triggered. Sometimes it will be upon the launch, and other times the launch doesn't go as well as we planned, and therefore it might be weeks and months down the line. But if it's a half decent to a good to an excellent IDO, eventually the value will be reflected in the price. If it's not a good IDO and it doesn't do well at its launch, then sometimes it can just pretty much stay quite low. So keep it really, really simple. I would look at your exit 1, exit 2, and exit 3. And then you can reevaluate it every time you have some unlocking of your tokens. You can see what do you want to do with them and what's the plan. And it's to have a plan. Because one of my great trading mentors, even though we're talking about IDOs, said, Jagir, a trading plan doesn't guarantee success. However, a lack of one does guarantee failure. So you want to treat this as a business, make it objective, make it mechanical and non-emotional, right? And the best way of doing that is to have a really basic plan. Exit 1, exit 2, exit 3. What's the plan? Put a price alert, have a really clear note, whether it's on a spreadsheet or whatever's most convenient for you. When you get the price alert, and if you get that price alert, just trigger the action in a non-emotional way, and then that you can do consistently. And again, with IDOs, just get used to the ups and downs. There'll be major ups and there'll be major downs. That's just the nature of the game because they're young projects that are building out, and that's just the natural growth of a seed growing into a small plant, and then eventually and hopefully into a giant oak tree. And there'll be ups and downs in between. All right, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you soon.